This conference will now be recorded.
This is the 8051 pin diagram, right? It consists of 40 pins, obviously, with 4 ports, right? So what are the additional functionalities will be done by the pins? We'll see now, right? 2 timers, okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Okay, so guys, let you focus on this pin diagram, right? It consists of 4 ports, obviously, port 1, port 0, port 2, and port 3, right? So what exactly the port 1 will do? What is the functionality? What exactly the port 1 will do? Okay, let me take the answers. Fetching the input. Okay, so the only work done by this port 1 is it acts as a bidirectional input and output port. It will take the input and it will give the output. This is the only use of the port 1. No other functionalities will not be used by using this port. Port 1 will works as bidirectional input and output port. It will take the input and it will give the output. This is the only functionality will be done by the port 1. Remember that. Okay, it means that pin number 1 to pin number 8. From pin number 1 to pin number 8, which comes under the port 1, which acts as a bidirectional input and output port. Clear. Comes to pin number 9. So what is a pin number 9? Which is a reset pin. Okay, which resets the microcontroller, total microcontroller, into an initial value. Like, see, if you take an example of a mobile phone, if you switch off the mobile phone, obviously the mobile phone will start from initial point. In the same way, if you use this reset pin, it resets the total microcontroller to the initial value. This is the only use of this reset pin. Yeah. So, well, coming back to this pin number 10. Okay, from pin number 10 to pin number 17, which comes under port 3. Okay, here this port 3 will also act as an bidirectional input and output port, and other additional functionalities will be there. Let me see about that. Okay, RxD, if you consider, if you take pin number 10 and 11, RxD and TXD pins are there. What are the use of this RxD and TXD pin? To receive the data from other devices to this microcontroller. This is the use of this RxD pin, to receive the data from other devices to this microcontroller. Okay, what is this TXD pin? To transmit the data from the microcontroller to other devices. Okay, so guys, please focus. If I ask you the questions, please respond in chat box. Okay, fine. So if you come to this pin number 10 and 11, which acts as a which receives the data from other devices to this microcontroller, and pin number 11, which transmits the data to this microcontroller to the other devices. This is the use of this pin number 10 and 11. Coming back to this pin number 12 and 13, which called it as an interrupt pin. Okay, where these external interrupts will be given through these pins only, like pin number 12 and 13. Interrupt 0 in interrupt 1. It means the pin number 12 and pin number 13 to external events or external interrupts will be given by using these two pins. Fine. Coming back to this pin number 14 and 15, where T0 and T1. Okay, to measure the time and count the external events. If you want to measure the time and to count the external events, we are going to use these two pins like 14 and 15. Okay, so you'll get a detailed explanation in the concepts of timers and counters. Okay, there we will know about how exactly these two pins will be used. Yes, timers and counter pins. Okay, so by using these two pins, we can count the external events or you can measure the time. Okay, coming back to this pin number 16 and 17. Okay, a read pin and a write pin. Okay, what is the use of these two pins? These two pins will work, or these two pins are used to read or write the memory which was connected to the microcontroller. Okay, to read the memory or write the memory which was connected to the microcontroller. So this is the use of this read pin or write pin. So coming back to this 18th, up to here, if you observe from pin number 10 to pin number 17, which comes under port 3, it also acts as a bidirectional input and output port. We can give the input and we can take the output by using this pin, by using this port also. Remember this. Okay, coming back to this pin number 18 and 19. So what is the use of this external pin? Okay, so by using these pins we can generate the clock frequency, okay, by connecting the external crystal to these pins. Here you want to connect the external crystal for this pin number 18 and 19. Okay, by using this external crystal, the clock frequencies will be generated. What is the clock frequency for 8051 microcontroller? Can anybody tell me? For every machine cycle, by using this crystal, it is going to generate a clock frequency 11.059 megahertz. That's good. That's a very practical clock frequency. Okay. So ideal case we will take 12 megahertz, but practically we will take 11.0592 megahertz. So coming back to pin number 20, 12 megahertz is an ideal case. 11.0592 megahertz is a practical case. So coming back to this pin number 20, which is a ground pin, you all are aware of that. Okay. So from pin number 21. So guys, if you observe this pin number 21 to 28, which comes under port 2, here also a dual functionalities, like it is going to take the input and it will generate the output, which means the bidirectional input and output port. And along with that, it is going to it's going to store the higher address byte pins. Okay, if you connected external memory to this microcontroller, it is going to store this higher address byte pins. Okay, so this is the use of this port 2. Okay, pin number 21 to 28. Coming back to this pin number 29, what is the use of this pin number 29? PSEN, which we can call it as a program store enable pin. Okay, which is used to read the external program memory. This pin is used to read the external program memory. This is the only use of this program store enable pin, which comes under pin number 29. Coming back to this pin number 30. Okay, guys, so we'll discuss about this pin after discussing about port 0. Okay, fine. What is the use of this pin number 31? External access pin. What is the use? What is the use of this external access pin? Can anybody respond in chat box? What is the use of this external access pin, which comes under pin number 31? Can anybody? Fine. So the internal ROM of 8051 microcontroller is 4 kilobyte. Okay, I hope it's clear for you, right? So you all are aware of this point, right? So the internal memory is 4 kilobyte. So guys, you see, for example, if my application needed more than 4 KB of memory, right? See, my code is needed more than 4 KB of memory. Obviously, we will connect external memory, right? What is how much memory, external memory, will be connected to 8051 microcontroller? Guys, respond. Internally, 4 kilobyte of ROM will be 64 kilobyte. That's good. Because of 16 address byte pins are there, it means the 2 power 16 is equal to 64 kilobyte of external ROM will be connected to 8051 microcontroller. Okay, see, for example, if I want to use the external memory, okay, so my internal ROM is not sufficient for me, I want to use the external memory. So at that time, if you want to use the external memory, external ROM, this external access pin wants to be grounded. Remember that. If you are using external memory, external access pin wants to be grounded. So if you are using the internal memory, this external access pin will be connected to VCC. So this is the only use of this external access pin. If you are using the external memory, you want to connect ground for this external access pin. Okay, if you are using the internal memory only, you can connect VCC, a power supply, to this external access pin. Clear? Well, coming back to this pin number 32 to 39, which comes under port 0. Okay, here if you observe here, address and data is stored in this port 0. Address and data will be there in this port 0. How do we know that? this port 0 consists of address or data. At this point of time, here ALE pin, if you observe this pin number 30, address latch enable pin, which is a demultiplexer, means that, see, if you connect 0 to this ALE pin, it consists of data in port 0, right? So if you connected 1 for this ALE pin, it consists of address in port 0, which acts as a demultiplexer, as simple as that. So obviously 40th pin is a VCC pin. It's clear for you, I hope. Guys, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in chat box. I'll respond for that. So one more point. Internally, 5 volts DC power supply will be there for 805 microcontroller. Practically, see this actually, this port 1, port 2, and port 3, all these ports are active high ports. Port 0 is active low port. Okay, so we want to connect the external power supply for this port 0 if you want to use the port 0. Yes. So actually, guys, remember that, see, we can dump the code by using this dump or something like that. It will be there, like we can dump the code by using the dumpers. Okay, if you do not place this microcontroller into the dumper kit, and this total microcontroller will be, it won't be used. Okay, so you must be very careful while dumping the code to this 805 microcontroller. Okay, so guys, this is all about 8051 introduction pin diagram, and we are going to see, like, for this total program of 12 days, like around 9 days we are going to discuss about 805 microcontroller. Later on we'll discuss about ARM. Okay, Jitendra, after this class I will show you. Okay, I'll show you in Google that what is a dumping kit. Fine. But guys, if you downloaded the softwares, I'll continue the class, or like if you do not downloaded the softwares, I'll explain you and I'll share you the software link in the WhatsApp group. I mean that in this group. Please respond that if you are downloaded the softwares, I'll continue the class and I'll go directly to the program. If you do not downloaded the softwares, I'll explain you. I'll show you how to download. Anant Kumar. Okay, what I want to continue, like I want to, okay, fine, let me share the software link, that let me go by process, because majority won't downloaded that. Yeah, and you installed only kill. Fine. Guys, we are going to use kill software for coding and Proteus software for hardware design. Okay, so guys, if you click that link, fine, let me tell you first, let me tell you the kill software. Okay, go to the Google, open your Google Chrome and type kill download, KEIL, kill download. Type kill download, you'll get a page like this. Open your Google Chrome and type kill download, you'll get a page like this. This kill software is used to write a program, to write a code. Okay, obviously embedded systems is a combination of software and hardware. Here it's a software part. Okay, so guys, you'll get a page like this. click on Keel download. Okay, click on Keel download. Click on product download. Click on product download. Again, we are going with C51, because in this 8051 microcontroller family, we are going to use one particular microcontroller called AT89C51. This is our microcontroller which we are going to use. AT89C51. Guys, here I'm getting directly page. Actually, uh, if you click this C51, you'll get a page like it will ask your details like what your name, mail ID, something like that. Please fill that. Product downloads C51. Guys, are you following? Pawan sir, no worries. If you have laptop, okay. Okay, it asks some details like after filling the details, there should be one box will be there. Please accept that, and after clicking submit, you'll get page like this. C51V960A, something like that. Okay, right click on this, you'll get an open link in new tab. If you click that, Kill software will download. Guys, I'm getting sound. So company, in place of company, you can keep 00 something like that. In place of job titles, you can keep student. Okay, guys, if you click right click on this C51V960A, okay, click on open link in new tab. There you'll get a software. You'll download the software. Okay, no need to confuse. If you download that software, please tell me. Yes, please change your names in the format as I said you. Okay. A software is downloading. Can you please respond in chat box? Or have you stuck somewhere? You stuck somewhere, Tejaswini? Tejaswi? Or like are you following the are you doing the exact way? Okay, 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 okay. So the software will be download. It's very downloading. It's very easy to install this kill software. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right click. So right click on this. Open in open link in YouTube. There it'll download the software. Sir, yesterday already downloads. Okay, okay. Have you installed that? Okay, okay. Guys, if you're done with that kill software, I'll tell you. I'll go with Proteus. So this is kill microvision 5. So it's our wish to use kill microvision 4 or 5. No worries about that. There is a small change that. So Srijana, have what you downloaded? Which version, like a 4 or 5? This is 5. But no worries, no worries. So in 4, you have to select Atmel. Okay. In Atmel family, you have to select 805 microcontroller. But in kill microvision 5, you can directly select 8051. I mean that 8089C51. Okay. This particular microcontroller we can select directly here, but where it comes to 4, you have to select from Atmel family. Okay. Guys, it's very easy to install kill microvision 5. Okay, whatever the downloaded file will be there for kill. Double click on that, click on next, 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 and it will ask some details like your name, mail ID, something like that. Fill that, and again click on next, 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 and then you'll get a kill microvision file. Okay guys, you'll get a icon like this. Kill Microvision 5. This is an icon for Kill Microvision 5. Okay, it's very easy to install Kill Microvision 5. Guys, if you have any doubts, please respond in chat box while downloading the Kill Microvision 5. I'll explain you. I mean that I'll give the presenter for you. There I'll explain you if you have any doubts, or if you are going in the right way, it's okay. Guys, if you are done with this, please respond in chat box. Like if you are done with this, I'll go with Proteus. Guys, please respond in chat box if you are done with this. I'll go with Proteus. Okay, whoever downloaded the skill software, okay, whatever the link I pasted here, or I send the link via mail also. Okay, click on that link and you'll get a page like this. Okay, right click on this Proteus 8. Here you'll get a download option. Download this. Okay, from there I'll explain you the installation process. It is a little bit of complex. Don't go fast because it's not as like Kill. Okay, this installation process is a little bit of complex one. So have you installed this Proteus 8, or like have you downloaded that? You just downloaded, not installed it. Okay, okay, okay. Go to this Proteus 8, right click on this. Here you'll get a download option. Download it. So after downloaded, inform me that I'll explain you the installation process. Don't go hurry burry. Downloaded. Okay, Mahesh, let me wait. Okay, let me wait. Only Mahesh and Srijan downloaded that Proteus 8. Yes, what about remaining? Are you following, or like it's taking time? Please respond. Or like I want to wait for a few more minutes. Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. So yeah, you downloaded the Keel as well as the Proteus 8, and you installed the Keel as well as Proteus 8. You downloaded the Proteus already installed. Bandureka, you installed okay, this Proteus 8 or like Keel? Okay, okay, you installed that. Yes, respond that Sir explained this yesterday's class. This total installation process or softwares regarding the softwares. No, okay. Because is it getting bored for you? So fine, fine, fine. No, okay. Thank you. Fine, fine. Let me explain you the installation process of Proteus 8. Hmm. Hmm. Guys, you downloaded the zip file. Okay. Extract the zip file. Okay. Whatever the Proteus 8 you downloaded, it is a zip file. Please extract that. Right click on that. Extract that. Okay. So here I'll show you the step-by-step process. Don't be confused. Okay, don't go fast also, because once it failed in installation, it will be very tough for us to install again and again. Okay, so whatever the downloaded zip file, please extract the zip file. Okay, if you extract the zip file, open that file. Okay, you will get like this Proteus 8 with crack working. Okay, if you extract that, you'll get a folder or you'll get a file like this. Okay, you'll get a folder like this, Proteus 8 full with crack working. Okay, open that. Okay, double click on this, open the Proteus 8 full with crack, open that, you'll get a crack and setup. Okay, I'm showing you very clearly that if you open this Proteus 8 full with crack working, you'll get a folder like this, you'll get a page like this, like crack setup, like this. Okay, click on this setup. Okay, after clicking on this setup, you'll get a page like this. Welcome to Proteus 8 Professional Setup Wizard. Second, what is it? Right click on this, there you will get an extract option. Okay, right click on this, you'll get an extract option. Okay, right click on the zip file, you'll get an extract file or extract something like that. Please extract the zip file, and you'll get yeah. Okay, guys, if you have any doubts regarding the installation, please ask me in chat box. Okay, right click on this zip file, whatever the downloaded file, you'll get a extract option. Please extract the file. Okay, so you'll get a folder like this, like a Proteus 8 with the crack working. Okay, double click on this Proteus 8 with crack. Okay, there you'll get a crack and setup. Click on the setup, double click on the setup, you'll get a page like this. Welcome to Proteus 8 professional setup wizard. Guys, are you following? Yes, Mahesh. Yes. Thank you. Where are you exactly? You are have you extract the file, or like you are there at crack and setup? Next steps are Chippa Mahesh. Yes. Okay. Next step. Fine. Thank you. So I'm going forward, guys. Uh, double click on this Proteus 8 with crack. Okay, you'll get a page like crack setup. Click on this setup, double click on the setup, you'll get a page like this. Welcome to Proteus 8 professional setup wizard. Click next, click on next, click on next, and you'll get a page like this. Okay, read the lab center electronics license term. Okay, next page is this. You have to accept here. I accept the terms of this agreement. Click on this box, again click on next. Guys, please follow the instructions very carefully. Okay, select this box, click on next. If you click on next, you'll get a page like this. Setup type. Okay, use a locally installed license key. Use a locally installed license key. Okay, click on this, use a locally installed license key. Click on next, click on next. Product license key, you'll get a page like this. Product license key. Okay, again click on next, click on next. Sorry Dhananjay, I can't. Okay, please follow the instructions of here only. Okay, click on next, guys. Here you'll get a page like this, license key. Okay, if you click here, product license key, if you click the next here, you'll get a page like this. Okay, here browse for key files, click on this browse for key files. Okay, if you click this browse for key files, I mean that it will show you the page like this. Okay, open the Proteus 8 with crack working. Okay, open the Proteus 8 with full crack working. Go to the crack, there you'll get a license.lxk, something like that. It will show you like that. Double click on this, open that, you'll get a page like this. Like all the license keys will be there. Wait a second. Fine. Where I have to wait? I want to wait here at this point. Fine. You'll get a page like browse for key files. Browse your key files. Open the Proteus 8 full crack working. Okay. There. Open that. If you open the crack, there you'll get a license keys. Okay. Double click on this or open it, and all these files or keys, key files will be there here, available keys. Okay, it will copy directly here. Up to here it's clear for you. So all this documentation, is done by Chaitanya sir. Fine, fine, guys. Is it clear up to here? Can I go forward if you got this page like this, or like I want to explain it again? Yes. Sujana, have you installed that? You said that you installed the Proteus 8. Okay. Hmm. Okay. No, sir. I want. Okay. So, guys, I'm going forward. Okay. From here, follow the instructions. Click on install. Okay. Click on the install button. So you'll get a page like this. Do you wish to continue? Click on yes. Click on yes. Okay. So you'll get a page like this. You'll get a page after installation all the keys. You'll get a page like this. Okay. So it means that license keys are installed. Okay. Please click on the close button. Please click on the close button. If you close that, you'll get a page like this. Import legacy styles, templates and libraries. Okay, have you got this page? Please respond in chat box. Yes, good. So click on these three boxes like mesh styles, import templates and import user libraries. Select all these three boxes. Click on next. Click on next. Okay. If you click on next, you'll get a page like this. Click on typical here. Select the typical. Okay. So if you select the typical, you'll get a page like this, installation progress. It may take 1 minute or 2 minutes. Please hold on. Okay. Guys, after this, like if it completed for 100%, there in backdrop or like you'll get a page like this. Okay, if it is completed like 100%, if it reaches to the end, you'll get a page like this in backdrop. Okay, if you get this page, you are in the right way. Okay, if you get this page, you are in the right way. Please respond in chat box if you get this page. If you got this page, please respond in chat box. Guys, if you got this page, you are in a right way. Please respond in chat box if you got that page. Got it, sir. Okay. Okay, let me wait. Let me wait for 2 more minutes. Has everybody got that page? Or like you want to few more minutes? So meanwhile, let me take some photos. Guys, everybody done this? Hi. Guys, everybody done this? Mhm. Just give me a second. Guys, if you got that page, please respond in chat box. Okay, okay, guys, give me a second.
విండోస్ ప్రింట్ స్క్రీన్ తీసుకోండి. విండో బటన్ అండ్ ప్రింట్ స్క్రీన్ నొక్కండి, స్క్రీన్ షాట్ వచ్చింది.
ఓకే,
వచ్చిందా? కీప్యాడ్ లో ఉన్న విండోస్ బటన్, విండోస్ ప్రింట్ స్క్రీన్.
మామూలుగా స్నిప్పింగ్ చూసా కదా, తీసుకోరా, అది చూస్తున్నా.
స్నిప్పింగ్ టూల్ కి ఏదో నొక్కమంటాను చూడండి, విండోస్ ప్లస్ షిఫ్ట్ కీ నొక్కమని చెప్తుంది, ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేయండి అది.
షిఫ్ట్ కీయా?
అదే చెప్తున్నా కదండి, ఒకసారి ఓపెన్ చేయండి. అది డైలాగ్ బాక్స్ ఏదో ఓపెన్ అయింది కదా.
ఇదా డ్రాగ్ అవుతుంటే డ్రాగ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఓపెన్ చేసిన. ఓకే ఓకే
సరే.
ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay guys, if you got this page, okay, close this. Okay, if you got this page, click on cancel or click on cancel. Okay, click on cancel. Guys, are you getting my voice? Okay, click on cancel button. Okay, open your Proteus 8 crack working. Open your Proteus 8 crack working. Okay, there open your crack folder. Open the Proteus 8 full with crack working. Open that folder and open the crack folder. In that crack folder, open the bin will be there, bin files. Okay, bin, open your bin folder. There you'll get some files, around 4 or 5 files will be there. Copy those 5 or 4 files. Okay, copy all, select the all, copy all. Okay, open Windows C. Okay, copy like this. Open Windows C. Okay guys, so from here let's be more careful. Okay, if you copy those 5 files, open Windows C in your PC, open your Windows C. There I'll get a program files x86. You'll get a folder like this. Okay, program files x86. Okay, so open that program files x86 and you'll get lab center electronics. You'll get a folder like this, lab center electronics. I highlighted here also, lab center electronics. Okay, so open that lab center electronics. You'll get a bin folder here. Okay, bin folder here, you'll get a bin folder. Open that bin folder. Whatever the files you copied there, like in crack version bin folder, paste it here in this bin folder. Paste these 5 folders in this bin folder. Okay, you'll get a page like this. Replace the files in the destination, replace it. Okay, replace it. Okay guys, remember this, if you replace the files, okay, there it will ask some percentage like that. Below there will be some work, select it and replace the files in the destination. Click on that. If you replace the files, here the most important point, that try to close all the windows, like whatever the files you open, whatever the pages you open regarding this Proteus 8, try to close everything. Okay, if you replace the files, you'll get a icon like this. Okay, this is a Proteus 8. Try to close everything. Okay, try to close everything regarding this Proteus 8, because while opening this Proteus 8, everything should be in close. Okay, if you replace the files, you'll get an icon like this. Double click on this, double click on your icon, Proteus 8 Professional. You get a page like this. Guys, I'll show you that here. I mentioned here, if you open this Proteus 8 Professional, you'll get a page like this. Here I mentioned ISIS, okay, in blue mark. If this ISIS is in blue mark, the installation process is correct. Okay, whatever the installation process you done up to now is correct. Okay, guys, please follow that. Okay, if you got the ISIS in blue color or not, please respond. Yes. So the installation process is done. Okay, guys, this is in blue color. Okay, this after copying the files in bin, open your Windows C in your laptop. Open your local disk C in a very clear way in Windows C. There you will get a program files x86 folder. You will see program files x86 folder. Prasanna, are you listening? Or like I want to show you once. Okay, after copying these files, open your Windows C. In this Windows C, you'll see program files x86. Open this program files x86. There you'll get Lab Center Electronics. Lab Center Electronics. Okay. In this Lab Center Electronics, if you open this Lab Center Electronics, you'll get a bin folder. You'll get a bin folder. Open that bin folder. Copy the files whatever you copied there. I mean, paste the files whatever you copied. Paste the files here in this bin folder. Okay, if you click on paste, or if you paste the files here, you'll get a page like this. Replace the files in the destination. Click on the replace the files in the destination. Okay, after up to here, if you done, try to close everything and open the Proteus 8. Okay, again I'll show you. This is our Proteus 8. If you open here, try to close everything regarding Proteus 8. Okay, so if you open this, you'll get a page like this. There you'll see here ISIS mark should be in blue, and if you got black, there is a mistake in the installation process. If you get blue, you are in the right way. Okay, so could you please send me the PDF in WhatsApp group? Anant Kumar, actually this whatever the document prepared for embedded systems, we can't send you. You can't send it because some restrictions are there for us. Okay, guys, this is all about the installation process of Proteus 8, and I hope you downloaded the Kill software. let me go forward. Okay, so fine. Um, Guys, please respond that everybody downloaded these two, everybody installed these two. Yes. Remaining, please respond. This is the hardware part. Yes. Thank you. So guys, this is a hardware part. Okay, where we are going to design the hardware in this Proteus 8. Okay. Open this Proteus 8. Okay. Let me go with the basic projects or programs. Okay. Let me try to do some small programs, okay, to understand. In coming classes I will see everything. We'll go with the syllabus, no worries. Okay, try to open this Proteus 8. Okay, here you will get a open project, new project, import legacy design, open sample. You'll get like this. Okay, obviously you'll get a page. Open, click on new project, click on new project. Click on new project. Guys, so you'll get a page like this. In place of new project, okay, don't erase everything. Only in place of new project, whatever the name you want to give, you can give. Okay, I just want to give LEDs. Only in place of new project, whatever the name you want to give the name for projects, you can give it, no worries. So I just want to give LEDs because we are going with the basic LED concepts. Okay, I'm just I pasted as LEDs and click on next. Replace, yes. Okay, click on next, again next, finish. Okay, it's a very small process. Next, and finish. Okay, you'll get a page like this, empty page. Okay, click on this ISIS. Okay, this is our workspace where we are going to. So guys, if you observe left side top, LEDs / something like that, dash Proteus 8 professional. Okay, this is my new project. Okay, let me design, let me connect the LEDs to microcontroller. Let me see what will happen. We'll go with basic projects. Okay, here guys, if you observe, P and L devices is there. Okay, P is pick the device, L is list of the device. This is our workspace. Okay, with our microcontroller called 8089C51. This is our microcontroller. With this microcontroller, we are going to on the LED. We are going to on the LED. This is our project now. This is our theme. Fine. This left side you will get P and L devices. P is called pick the device. L is called list of the device. We want to pick the device. Here it will ask keywords. Type 8089C51. Okay, this is our microcontroller 8089C51. Double click on this. Again, go to this keyboard, or like you can click on this right side bottom. You will get a OK button. If you click that also, okay, here the 8089C51, you got your microcontroller 8089C51 left side box. Okay, again go to the keywords, like I'll tell you. Okay, again go to pick the device, list of the device, pick the device, type LEDs, type LEDs. You'll get blue, green. Okay, select your color, like you want to wish blue, green, red or yellow. Okay, I want to select blue. Okay, fine. Guys, click on this 88C51, place it on our workspace. Try to increase this. Okay, click on this LED. Guys, as we discussed, it consists of 4 ports. Port 1, port 2, port 3. Port 1, port 2 and port 3 are active high ports. 5 volts DC power supply will be there. For port 0, it is an active low port. So it is an active low port. So try to connect this LED for port 2, port 3, port 1. It's your wish. It's your wish to connect the LED for port 2, port 3 or port 1. Okay, in coming classes we will use this port 0. Okay, if you use this port 0, we have to connect the power supply VCC. Power supply will be connected for port 0. Okay guys, it's your wish to take any pin. For port 2, I'll take pin number 1. Pin number 1. So guys, I hope you know the logic. My mouse is not working. Guys, you know the LED logic that anode is connected to power supply, cathode is connected to ground. I connected the anode to port to pin number 1 and cathode is connected to ground, right? Yes. Okay. It's your wish to take any pin in port 2 or port 3, port 1. It's your wish. Okay. Cathode have to be connected to ground. Guys, if you observe here some you'll get terminal mode. Okay, you'll get the symbols. Some symbols will be there like terminal mode. It's like device pin mode. If you observe my cursor in left side corner, you'll get a terminal mode. Click on this terminal mode, you'll get a ground here. Click on this ground, place this ground a little far to cathode. Okay, completed. Okay, first of all, let me run this whether it works or not. Fine. Guys, why I have not written any code for LED, but LED becomes on. How it happens? I run I mean that I run the Proteus here, but without writing any code. Okay, the LED becomes on. LED becomes on. How it happens? What is the reason behind it? Can anybody respond in chat box? After reset, okay. Guys, any more answers? Active high. Yes. Active high. So guys, I said you that port 1, port 2 and port 3, these 3 ports are active high port. If you observe here, I run the Proteus here. If I run this, so if you will clearly observe that red red color is appearing here. It means that these pins are active high pins. If you observe this port 0, okay, black color is appearing here. It means that active low port. Obviously, without writing any code, we can run the Proteus and we can on this LED. Okay, so let me try this ground LHR. Ground LHR ante So left side corner you'll get some symbols. Okay, if you observe my cursor, left side you'll get some you'll get a terminal block. Okay, so guys, terminal block, see if you observe here, you'll get terminal mode. Okay, click on this terminal mode. Okay, click on this terminal mode, you will get like a default input output power ground bus, something like that. Okay, click on this ground, place it on the workspace. Okay, place it on the workspace and connect it together. This is how we have to do, right? Jitendra vachinda. Okay, hey, so let me do one thing, that the LED becomes on with an active by the reason of active high port. Let me make this LED off. This is our fundamental task. Let me make this LED off. Fine. So we have to write the code for LED off. We have to write the code for LED off. Thank. And going forward, guys, I just stopped here. I just stopped here. Let me open this notepad. Let me open the notepad. Yes, before writing a code, I just want to tell you one thing, that 8089C51, this is our microcontroller which belongs to 8051 family, 8089C51. Remember this. Okay, here 8089 belongs to Atmel family. Atmel family, where C is called CMOS or complementary metal oxide. Metal oxide, or you can write simply write CMOS technology. No need of CMOS. What is mean by CMOS? Complementary metal oxide semiconductor technology. What is the use of this CMOS technology? Because while designing this 8089C51 microcontroller, this CMOS technology is used in the fabrication process because low power consumption. It takes the power very low. Because that is the reason why the CMOS technology is used in the 88C51 in the fabrication process. Okay, where 51 is called as a series. We can call it as a series. Series in the sense like 8089C51, 8089C52, 8089S51, 8089S52. So many microcontrollers are there, belongs to 8051 family. So that 51 it comes under the series. Okay, guys, I hope it's clear up to here for you, that what are the steps to write a program for normal C language. What are the steps? Can anybody tell me? Like, what are the steps? Definitely, we will follow some set of steps will be there, right? So we can't write as our wish. Okay, so this is a header file. Okay, hash includes stdio.h. These are mandatory. These are the default header files which we will use in normal C programming. Okay, as like we know that we'll open the main function. Okay, and if you want to print something, okay, if you want to print something like hello world or whatnot, if you want to print something, this is a process. This is a very simplest way to write a code, to write a program in normal C language, right? Hello. Okay, these are the steps. So header file main function. Yes, my voice is audible to you all. Yes, yes. Sorry for the inconvenience that I suddenly lost the power at home. Okay, guys, could you please wait for 2 minutes? I'll be back. Okay. Please hold on. I'll be back within 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Fine. So these are the steps to write a program code in normal C language. As like how to write a code in embedded C. So the same steps is repeated as like there is an header file, uh, there is an hardware declaration part. I'll show you. I'll show you. So this is a header file. So guys, if you observe, hash includes reg51.h. This is a header file. Okay, where this is a default header file for 8051 or 88NC51 microcontroller. Okay, where reg is called registers. The microcontroller will works. The microcontroller works on the registers. Okay, so like any function declaration or like if you want to write any while loop, you are using functions. Okay, everything will be stored in the registers. For this header file, internally there is a separate coding also will be there, separate code will also will be there. So we can't explain the function definition, main function, while loop, everything to the microcontroller. We can't explain, right? So by explaining all these things by using this header file called hash includes reg51.h. Okay, this is our header file. Next one is hardware declaration. Next step is hardware declaration. First step is our header file hash includes reg51.h. This is a default header file for 8089C5. Okay, where yes bit is, this is a, guys remember this, because I just want to mention very clear that here second step is hardware declaration. Hardware declaration in the sense like open your Proteus. This is our hardware part. What's our theme? We want to off the LED, right? The LED is connected to port to 2 pin number 1. This is our hardware part. Okay, this is the thing which you have to mention in kill. Okay, this is the thing which you have to mention in kill. Okay, so LED is connected to port to 2. P is capital letter, port to pin number 1. Okay, this is a hardware part or a port declaration. Port declaration, this is our second step. Okay, obviously open our main function. Okay, this is a third step, main function. Okay, so here in this main function we have to mention that our LED should be off, right? LED should be 0, clear. Fine. This is our very like what we can say that very easy or steps to write a code. or to write a program in Keil. Okay, these are the steps like header file, port declaration is mandatory, main function is mandatory. In this main function, you can use while loop, or depends upon our requirement, we can use it. Okay, and function definition or function declaration will also be used. We'll see while writing a code for LED blinking. Okay, there we'll see everything. Okay, this is our small code and which is used to stop the LED. Okay, LED, because we connected the LED for active high port, so that I just want to make the LED off. This is the code for LED to make the LED off. Okay guys, just open your Keil. Now the main villain enters into the picture now. Fine. Okay, open the Keil. Guys, I hope everybody downloaded and installed the Keil, right? Okay guys, if you open the Keil, I'll tell you some steps. Okay, please follow the steps because this is also a little bit of complex. Okay, to write a code in Keil, some steps will be required, and please follow the steps in Keil. Okay guys, try to open this Keil software. Guys, are you following? Have you opened? Please respond in chat box. Yes, open the Keil software. Guys, open here, you'll get file, edit, view, project, flash, debug, peripherals. Okay, you'll get like this. Open the project, click on the project, follow the instructions, or if you want to write it also, please write it, because for every time we will do this only. Let's go to the project, new microvision project, save file, something like that. Okay, follow this, open the project, click on new microvision project. Okay, here you have to save the file. Okay, so try to keep any new folder here. Okay, in desktop. Okay, I choose Keil. In this Keil, I just want to save it as LED. It's most important, the path is most important, because the microcontroller will understand the hexacode. Okay, we have to, here in this Keil, will convert whatever the code we have written, it will convert into hexacode. Okay, in our Proteus 8 we have to select the hexacode. There the path is most important. Here whatever the path you choose is most important, because the hexacode will be stored in this path only, in this folder whatever you save. Okay, here if you observe here, this PC, desktop, and Keil, in this Keil I'm going to save it as LED. Okay, save as LED. Clear? Okay, if you save it as LED or it's your name, it's your wish. Okay, you'll get a page like this. Here in this Proteus, I mean that Keil Microvision 5, directly you can search 8089C51. This is our hero or heroine of our total projects. Okay, 8089C51. You can directly type 8089C51 in search box. You'll get our microcontroller. Click on this 8089C51. Okay. Guys, better to click no, because it will get a little bit of if you click yes also no worries, if you click no also no worries, but better to click no. Okay, so the target is created, the source group is also there. Now up to now we have not got the workspace where I had to write the code. Go to the file. After completion of this process, go to the file, click on new. Okay, click on new, and again go to the file, save it. So where we can save, fine, we can we have to save it as led.c, because we are writing the code in embedded C. We have to save it as save this file as led.c, save. So up to here it's clear, we can write, we are eligible to write a code in this Keil. Okay, before writing a code, okay, open the source group, right click on this source group, guys, add existing file to the source group one. Here add your LED, whatever the name you have given, add and close. Now up to here, if you are clear, okay, I'll just copy this code, control C, and open the key, make it as paste. Okay, fine. Try to, if you build this after writing your code, build this. Okay, guys, here you'll get 0 errors and 0 warnings. If you get this, okay, if you get this, open target, click on the target. Guys, are you following? Like, I'm going in a very slow way that everybody can understand what I'm saying, right? A little bit of complex steps, that's it. Guys, are you following? Yes, thank you. Okay, click on this target, again right click on this target, options. Sir, LEDs రాలేదు, మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి సార్. LEDs రాలేదు. Okay, so guys, జితేంద్ర, ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో నుంచి న్యూ ప్రాజెక్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత మైక్రో కంట్రోలర్ ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత అండ్ ఓపెన్ ది ఫైల్. ఓకే, ఓపెన్ ది ఫైల్, క్లిక్ ఆన్ న్యూ. ఓకే, న్యూ ఫైల్ ని సేవ్ చేసుకోండి. క్లిక్ ఆన్ న్యూ చేసి న్యూ టైప్ న్యూ క్లిక్ చేసిన తర్వాత, క్లిక్ చేశాక అగైన్ సేవ్ ఇట్. ఎలా సేవ్ చేస్తారు? ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ ఆఫ్ డాట్ సి, బికాస్ వీఆర్ రైటింగ్ ఏ కోడ్ ఆన్ ఎంబెడెడ్ సి. ఓకే, క్లిక్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత వాట్ ఎవర్ ద కోడ్ ఐ హావ్ రిటన్ ఇన్ నోట్ ప్యాడ్, ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ కాపీయింగ్ దిస్, ఐ జస్ట్ paste it in keel. Okay, and again you have to click the build F7, or keyboard is F7 directly. Okay, if you build this, if you got any errors or warnings, you'll get here. I just highlighted the line here also, 0 errors and 0 warnings. Okay, if you got this, it means that there is no error in our code. Go to the target one, right click on this, options for target one. Okay, here you have to mention our clock frequency 11.0592. change the value. I hope it's there around 24 and to చూపిస్తుంది. Try to change the clock frequency to 11.0592 megahertz. Okay, change the value and create hexa file, most important. Okay, click on this create hexa file and click on OK. Done. So again rebuild this. There is an rebuild option here. Try to rebuild this. If you click on this rebuild, you will get creating hexa file. Hexa file is created. Okay, minimize this, open our Proteus. Okay, try to encourage this because everybody have to understand. Guys, double click on this microcontroller, you'll get a page like this. In the program file, in place of program file, there is a folder option. Okay, click on this folder, choose the path. As I said, the path is most important. The hexa file, you have to upload the hexa file to this microcontroller. Double click on this desktop, open our keel, go to the objects, there is an hexa file, led.hex. double click on this. Okay, so there is a path we have selected. Try to change the clock frequency here. Don't change, I mean, don't click on this megahertz. Try to change the 11.0592. okay, click on OK. Done. Our task is done. Let me run this. Yes, if you observe, even though port 2 is an active high port, we make the LED off. Okay, this is a simple code for simple way, okay, to switch off this LED. Okay, if you observe this, okay, I'll just post this code into our control C. One second, guys. So I pasted the code, a very normal code. Here steps are more important: header file, port declaration, main function. Okay, these are the steps, a very easy steps. Okay guys, have you followed that? Or like, if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Okay, tomorrow we'll see some more concepts are not followed. ఓకే జితేంద్ర, నీకు ఎక్కడ డౌట్ ఉందో చెప్పు, అక్కడి నుంచి చెప్తా మళ్ళీ. జితేంద్ర, fine, do one thing. I'll share you, I'll give the presenter for you, share your screen. Okay, that's better for everybody to understand. Okay, yes. So guys, have you followed that? Except Jitendra, అందరూ follow అయ్యారా? Like if you have if you have any doubts or any, you can ask me now. Okay.